Okay, welcome back. This is two on the day for me. So I think I got a little bit of a niche for this. So I'm gonna stick to the having, right? And relevant news in reference to that, and also some anime. I mean, that's originally what it was supposed to be to begin with, until I started going off on these altcoins and all this other stuff, which is cool to talk about, mind you, if they have a direct relation to this particular asset. So, so basically we have 940 days left. Hopefully I'll put that down right. I think the hours are different for this. Yes. Okay. I mean, when I think about it in days, let's say I did a video previous and it said 9:41, and then a couple hours later it's like 9:40. It's still like around like 11 a.m. So kind of got thrown off about that, but okay. So I was asking chat something that everybody's going to be doing. They're going to be asking some type of AI in the future, whether we like it or not. They'll be baked in. Notice I spelled that wrong. But anyway, I wanted to see what's going on in the markets instead of sorting through a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff like that. I mean, that's cool too, but um, for this video, we want to report the news and not surf doom scroll for it. So it's pretty easy for me. I have some personal preferences in the background that it knows that I like. So if I can ask it a certain question like that, it's going to give me the information I like uh, in the format I like it, and it summarize it pretty good, pretty good. So I'm going to start doing that so I can start talking a little bit better, a lot less and a lot less other things that I tend to do when I'm talking. And hopefully these things will get better. They tend to get better with a lot of practice. So we do have a minor meltdown. Excuse me. As you can see, we're just hanging around like the 11K area, 111K, touching 112K. We're touching that a bit, but that's pretty much in re, in reference to, well, in regards to um, a crash that happened. Well, that is the actual crash, but like to this whale that actually just dumped 24 BTC, 24,000 BTC on the market, and that was a big surprise. I'm gonna be honest with you because I didn't see that coming. I do believe Scott Besson was talking basically, and that caused the initial dump. We hit 124K, and we hit an all new time high. Then Besson came out and said something about we're not going to buy any Bitcoin. Kind of like, wasn't thinking about what he was trying to, like what he was saying at the particular time. That crashed Bitcoin to like around, I would say 115K or something like that. And then like we had another catalyst in which we are covering right now, in which this whale has just dumped a bunch of crypto. So it's kind of hard to get these articles if you're not subscribed. But we do get the gist of it. So this is kind of like new to me too. I know Barron's is a particular way. Market Watch is pretty easy going. They usually have their articles up. You don't really have to do anything crazy. Since Bitcoin has surrendered the rally, why it didn't bounce after a whale unloaded the cryptocurrency. So that's some more information in regards to that. But as you can see, the main thing is like the whale dumped, and now it seems as though that there is more information in regards to that. And I do believe it does have something to do with like the rate cuts coming up soon. And also we do have some some market news. Sometimes, Bitcoin is considered tech, and Nvidia has reports. They're going to report around like 420. So the markets are spooked a bit, and I do believe that will be it as far as that goes. Now, if Bitcoin recovers if everything goes well, I'm not sure how NVIDIA is going to, report their earnings, especially after getting that. I mean, they could have just knocked it out of the park, no problem. But we have that news in reference to China and the chips. Now they don't want to buy certain chips now, so that's kind of off the table, and that's part of the guidance that will be talked about later on. So it's kind of like it's kind of iffy. It's kind of iffy. I don't know how it's going to be. So that's what that's what I think is causing Bitcoin to not bounce back. I mean, you get two smashes in a row, and we're waiting for news. It kind of like sums it up. Like the quick recap is kind of like what's really driving this is the earnings jitters, NVIDIA, Fed policy uncertainty. Sounds good. That sound that equals shaky ground for all markets, right? Tariffs. That too, you got the information in reference to. You can see this being scrolled up here in reference to India getting hit with massive amounts of tariffs, and India hits back. And India is really big on this BRICS thing, so that's kind of like one of the keys also. And that's nothing really new. It's something that's kind of been in the news for a good bit now. So, and it says crypto's wilder swings are adding to the mess, amplifying uncertainty. You kind of get that. You get everything just kind of like confused, discombobulated a little bit, and it just makes for a little bit of a mess. So, I will do some more coverage on that. And what was really relevant, I thought, was the whale. So let's get back to that whale and what they're doing. So I asked, all right, here's the lowdown below. Also, that whale that dumped all that Bitcoin, did they rotate into another currency? And of course, the answer was yes, they did. They did go into another currency, and that currency. Now I can talk about it because it's relevant to Bitcoin. If it's not relevant to Bitcoin, then it doesn't really. I shouldn't really talk about it at all. But we do have that um, this whale. Let's see, converted a good chunk, a really good chunk, 2 billion got converted into Ethereum. So that's resulting in the purchase of what we see right here, and that kind of like makes it a little bit more confusing also because you're like, okay, well, what's really going on? And then you got that narrative with Eve, the Treasury, and that's something I'll cover probably in another video. Why not do another one? Yeah. Okay, so that's what's driving Bitcoin, I think, right now, is all these little catalysts. And it didn't really take me long to do this. It didn't take me long at all. I just asked a few questions. And what I'm trying to do is like trying to pull my brain out of YouTube a lot. Even though I'm putting up videos, I'm just trying to negate some of the exposure that I put myself through when I'm trying to do research. So that's it.